Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Jeff Cooper.
And I'm Michelle Deraney.
And we're here now with Rich Shafer with Shafer Enterprises and the developer of the Cool Shirt, which we have an example right here.
This is very cool.
Welcome, first off, Rich, to our show.
Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me.
We're excited to learn about these shirts. Tell us how you got started.
Well, about 10 years ago, I was working in the operating room with orthopedic surgeons, and they kept getting warmer and warmer because they encapsulate the body in these Tyvek suits that they wear to protect them from blood. So we came up with an idea to come from NASA to cool the surgeons in the operating room, and we've taken further from there into race cars and firemen and football players.
So the process was originally developed and used by NASA?
Right, back in the 60s.
Back in the 60s.
And they're very interesting. I know we're going to get into it later, but with devices everywhere, and so it's not, it doesn't get in the way. The way they're designed, it's very comfortable.
It's very comfortable to wear, and easy as washable, wash in a washing machine, dry in a dryer, so it's very easy to clean as well.
So tell us exactly then how it works.
Okay, we will take these shirts or other garments that we make, and we hook it up to a cooler that's got ice, a mixture of ice and water, and with a bilge pump inside that cooler, we'll pump water through that tubing, and we have different length hoses. And we try to circulate the water anywhere from 6 to 8 times a minute, pulling the body heat off with the cool water using conduction. And that keeps the body comfortable in very hot situations.
Okay, and we're actually going to demonstrate that in the next segment.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
I hope you brought a special one for Michelle. You know, she's very particular about what she wears.
Absolutely.
Well, if it's cool, you know I'm going to wear
it. So you mentioned the race car driver, so the little cooler would actually just sit in the car.
Exactly right. The cooler is mounted inside the car, and they'll hook up this shirt, and they wear this shirt under their driver's uniform.
Okay, well, but for football, what are you going to do?
In football, great question. In football, they can't be hooked up on the field. So what we did, we developed another shirt, and it'll hook it between the shoulder blades up at the top by their neck. And when they come in on the sidelines, they will plug in and pull the body heat off. And by doing that, we can pre-cool, or on the sidelines during halftime or during a rest period, they can pull some of their body heat off and slow down their perspiration rate.
Okay.
So the reality of it is they could save lives.
Yeah, exactly. And what we do, we help save problems with cramping in the fourth quarter with football players. Because with this shirt, we'll slow down the perspiration rate. And when you slow down the perspiration rate, you don't lose your electrolytes. And by that, you don't lose sodium in your body, and you don't cramp.
Wow. So you can come in off of the bench, come in from play onto the bench, and then how long would that last, like once you go back into play?
Good question. When you leave the bench after you unhook, you're going to feel cool for about 2-3 minutes. And then that water in that shirt is going to come back up to the standard temperature of what your skin is. So you really don't know you have it on until you plug it in.
Okay, and children start playing ball earlier and earlier nowadays.
Yes.
What age do you recommend that individuals can start wearing these shirts?
Really at any age. When you need cooling is when a football player puts on protective clothing, or anybody in a work environment or sports. Once the temperature is above 95 degrees, 3 of your 4 ways to lose your body heat go away, and all you have is perspiration. What this does through conduction, something cool, pulls the body heat off and makes it a lot safer environment.
Okay.
Now, I know you've done a lot of research on that. Can you talk to us more about that?
Right. In the NASA studies, if you make up to temperatures above 95 degrees, and I have a chart here that which NASA did a study, and I'll just show this to the camera very briefly, and then I'll walk through it. And the temperature, if you look down here, is 80, 85, 90 degrees. Once it gets to 95 degrees, you can make up to 60 mistakes an hour, and a lot of times it's not recognized. And this is even if you don't have any clothing on. You know, if it's the average temperature, 95 degrees is when problems start in the human body. And it doesn't make any difference if you don't have any clothes on at all. 3 of the 4 ways of the body to lose its heat go away, and all you have is perspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
So what other applications are there? Like what other sports could you use this?
Really, in any kind of sports, anybody coming in off the field, if they didn't want to wear the shirt, we have a poncho like we use for firemen just to lay over them, just pull some of their body heat off, give them some type of rest.
Okay.
And cool water transfers body heat a lot faster than air will.
Right.
So this is why we
better
use
than
the
sitting
cool
in front of a fan or even just drinking a cool drink to cool down. It's going to have more immediate impact.
The cool water definitely will, but in front of a fan or with drinking a liquid also helps. I mean, it all plays
Works together. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about avid runners? Just someone who would just like to wear it just because they run 5 miles a day?
Good question. If they pre-cool prior to going out running, wear the shirt or wear the poncho 30 minutes prior to cooling. It brings their temperature, body temperature. We cool the blood a little bit, so it takes that much longer for their body to heat up. And the core temperature of the body kind of goes like a big battleship, doesn't shoot up or shoot down. It's just something, by cooling the body ahead of time, makes you more comfortable in long distance running.
Okay. Now, if one of our viewers was watching and interested in getting one of these, how would they contact you for information? They
would contact us either on the website, which is coolshirt.net, or calling our 800 number, which is 800-345-3176. And anyone in the office can answer questions. We have a very knowledgeable staff on the cooling the human body and what application would work with them best.
Okay, and a variety of sizes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, so that's very easy, coolshirts.net. Well, Rich, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, maybe you can let Michelle and I test out the product. How about that?
Absolutely. That'd be great.
I'd love to see Jeff in that shirt.
No, I want to see what you're going to wear. All right.
I'm going to look cool.
We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Once again, we're here visiting with Rich Shafer, and he's talking about the Cool Shirt. And Michelle and I actually have on 2 examples of his Cool Shirt.
We actually got Jeff in the poncho.
Okay, yours is really cool. You got that one going on, girl.
Thank you. I like it.
Okay, Rich, let's start with me. Tell me what I'm wearing.
Okay, you're wearing a poncho, and a poncho has a
you look great, too, by the way.
type of vest that'll cover the front and back, and we have lines hooked up to where it'll bring cool water.
I'm going to stand up
sure, to the front and back of the poncho.
We're hooked right here.
This can be used for any type of cooling station, like for firemen, athletes, anytime they want to come in. You know, construction workers, they start feeling hot during a day. What they can do is come in, put that on, and wear it for 15, 20 minutes to a cooling station, make them feel a whole lot better.
Okay, show us your cord.
The cord's right here.
And it's hooked in.
And right now we're hooked up, but we
haven't turned it on yet.
He wants to turn us both on at the same time.
That's going to be fun.
Okay, talk to us about Michelle's shirt.
Michelle's shirt is a T-shirt, and we've sewn tubing on it, and it's on the front and back. Again, we're covering close to 40% of the body surface, and that's broken into 4 cooling zones, so you don't have hot spots or cold spots. This is the most popular shirt that's worn in race cars. And a lot of race car drivers, especially road racers, will take a cooler that we saw earlier, hook this shirt up and have this underneath their driver's uniform, and even in the hottest days, they can stay comfortable inside their car. And some of these cars, road race cars for people that like the Porsches and all that, people that have won the 24 Hours of Le Mans, the 12 Hours of Sebrings in road racing have worn my system for the last 4 or 5 years. But you really don't know it because it's underneath their driver's uniform. It pulls the body heat down, makes them comfortable inside a car.
So it's very much a behind the scenes
type
of. Okay, we have one more